descending bridge. Under this bridge, saliva, heavenly water, is generated. If swallowed correctly, qi descends and strengthens the yin, assisting physical and mental calm during meditation. The Root of Spiritual Enlightenment, Qigong Meditation, Small Circulation by my teacher, Dr. Yang. So today, by popular request, we are talking about the tongue, tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth. Okay, so we have to give a little bit of a history of Chinese culture, Kung Fu culture, and Qigong. So remember that Qigong is energy work, the work of energy. Also cultivation, the cultivation of energy, preservation, storage for the goal of longevity, a long, healthy, prosperous life. So in Qigong, there's a couple of secrets that traditionally the Chinese master would keep unless or until disciples had proven themselves to be worthy of said secrets. Because unfortunately, power wielded unfairly, unjustly, is not something that they wanted on their hands or wanted to be a they didn't want the art to go in that direction. So it's kind of the battle between good and evil, you could say. Good and evil. So the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth is one of those things quite not really quite seemingly unimportant. However, a deep secret and a technique to help cultivate the energy. Not only that, the HuiYin cavity we've talked about before, between the genitals and the anus, was also one of those cavities and one of those secrets that was kept. Engaging, using, lifting, and pushing out and down of that is one of the secrets to cultivating the energy, using the energy, generating power and generating energy. So you can understand if somebody could not if a teacher could not trust a student to hold this knowledge, then they wouldn't give it to him. Now, what we also need to talk about is Qigong. So remember that not only do we have the physical body, but we also have the energy body. So our physical body is comprised of the torso, head, arms, legs, we could say simplistically, right? However, when we go deeper, we realize that there's organ systems, there's tissues, there's muscle systems, the circulation, the circulatory system, the brain, all the different organs, the glands, all these bones and nerves. And so with the energy body, it goes deep as well. But we have some major reservoirs and channels that we look to and look at for cultivation and for the energy work. Okay, so you can recall that the energy center at the Dantian is the real lower energy center, the elixir field, as well as a spiritual center up here. Okay, so you have the quantity of energy held here, and that's not just figuratively, or in the energy realm. I mean, that's physically as well, in this physical space as well, if you think about the food and the water and the quality of it. So you have the quantity of the energy. Here you have the quality of the energy, and that's your communication system, your thinking system, your critical thinking system, your logical, emotional system here, that's going to take information in and decide how to act. So we call that the quantity and the quality. The quality of the energy's manifestation, of the manifestation of you, of the things that you are doing. The manifestation of that. What is the quality of the life that you are living? Okay. So connecting those two centers is in the energy body, the Chongmai, the thrusting vessel. Okay. In the physical body, it's the spine and the brainstem going into the limbic system and then into the brain. So when you have that one, you also need a base. You need a foundation. Okay, that's going to be your belt vessel, which is also connected to your guardian energy, your guardian chi. So you think about that, your platform, your base, your foundation. Then you have the thrusting vessel, the Chongmai. And what do we get? We get a triangle. If those are radiating, if the energy field is big and it's strong and it's firm, then you have this. Now you have a physical structure and an energy structure, which you see in the book. Okay, now you can also see that the next ones are going to be the conception and the governing vessel. The conception vessel and the governing vessel. So at the beginning, remember what I said, that the bridge, the water bridge is made, and then that pool of saliva, which in some Taoist practices they refer to as the golden nectar. Okay, and this can get into really spooky stuff for spiritual practices within the realms of the energy, sexual energy cultivation. So in the Taoist practice, the men try to lead sexual energy up, and then it circulates down, and then it comes down and gets into that pool of saliva, and then nourishes the elixir field back down here again, so it makes a loop down. But that's neither here nor there. But the important thing is the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth. Now, what I found in my research is that I asked one of my peers, a naturopath, and also a practitioner of some of these Taoist exercises, and what he was saying was that yes, you could put the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth, but there is a few different places, 1, 2, 3 places, curling your tongue back, and that is symmetrical to the cavities at the bottom of the pelvic floor, the anus, the HuiYin, and then you have the genitals. So really skilled practitioners will be able to put the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth depending on where they want to and depending on what the goal is, okay? If you can feel the energy, then you are guided by that to understand and to place the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth, okay? If you rely on the physical stimulation, then what we look to are the nerves. The nerves help us build that language of feeling, and it connects the mind and the body. Okay, what is hot, what is cold, what is painful. The nerves give us that feedback loop. So at this place, in this what is called the gums junction, the YinJiao. At this place, you have the nerves. You have some nerves at the roof of the mouth, and this is what you're going to use. If you can't feel the energy, you're going to use this to guide your placement of the tongue. Okay. And Amy was asking me about yin-yang practice of this. So yin-yang is relative, okay, and we know that it depends on the context and the situation and the circumstances. The only thing that I can presume in terms of yin-yang of this practice is the more you curl the tongue back out of your comfort zone, it's going to make you yang, and it's going to be a yang practice. Because it's going to stimulate the mind if you don't get used, if you need time to regulate and get used to it. If it's just a soft placement at the roof of the mouth, then it's going to be more yin. It's not going to be so stimulating, but it could still make that connection. Okay, take a second to feel the roof of the mouth with the tip of the tongue. And it kind of tickles. You feel that, right? That's the nerves activating. So we sit in meditation and we connect that bridge. And you can look at the Tang Dynasty internal elixir meditation chart, and you'll see the guy holding up his arms as if to receive. And you can see a few things in this chart. You can see the elixir field. You can also see the spiritual center. So that's the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth. Qigong exercise, that's going to connect the conception and the governing vessel. So there's a chasm when we open the mouth, right? However, in order to complete the energy system and energy loop, there has to be that bridge. There has to be a bridge, right? So how do we make that bridge and keep that connected? It's the tip of the tongue. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to cut it off there, and I'll see you back again tomorrow. We'll put it into practice. If you have time, put it into practice today. Keep breathing, keep meditating, keep loving yourself and others. Take care.